Welcome back to Friday 13th YouTube channel Metalheads. Today we're going to be talking about one of Canada's finest metal bands, Voi-Vod. Now Voi-Vod are about to release their new album. It's called Morgöth Tales, released on the 21st of July on Synchro Media Records. Check it out, Metalheads. Now Voi-Vod were formed back in 1982 in Quebec, Canada. As we all know, Voi-Vod are a unique band with their own style, and they've influenced so many musicians. Originally formed by Denis Bélanger on vocals, Denis Piggy Demar on guitars, Michel Langevin on drums, and also bassist Jean Vas Blackie on bass guitar. Voivod are a very strange band. They kind of mix the hardcore punk with thrash metal, and they involve their own style of music and sound, which works really well. There's not many bands that sound like Voivod. They're very unique. Now, another band that came from Canada that kind of had a Voivod vibe would be DBC, Dead Brain Cells. And also maybe Aggression, another Canadian band that were heavy, that did an album called The Full Treatment. Now, the band would release their debut album in 1984 called War and Pain, released on Roadrunner Records or Road Racer. The image was very much punk, kind of black metal, but it wasn't. The sound was completely different to the image, and it worked really well for these guys. Now, War and Pain is pretty much a cult classic debut album, as we all know. Denis's vocals are very much hardcore punk influenced. You can hear people like the Dead Kennedys, and the music was pretty much Savage Motorhead, mixed with also Venom. Now, guitarist Piggy had a very distinct sound. He had his own technique and own style, and it really was something different for back in the day. The band certainly shocked the world of the heavy metal underground. People didn't know how to take this band when they first came out, but War and Pain certainly received some fantastic reviews in the underground metal scene. I guess you could say this debut album had the savageness and rawness of early Celtic Frost. Now, the band would release their second album, Raw, back in 1986. This was the album that I first discovered by the band. And I really liked this album. I thought it had some fantastic songs. Songs like Fuck Off and Die, pardon my English, was a fantastic song. Also, Gorgle the Exterminator was the opening track. This was a brilliant song, very brutal, very savage, slightly different from the first album, had more aggression. The band's third album in 1987 was called Killing Technology. This was a little bit more experimental. The band was certainly branching out, trying to try different things, but still keeping the Voivod sound. This is something they've kept for all the career. They've created their own style, which works really well. And like I said, they've influenced so many artists. The band have recorded 16 albums in total, and at one point the band also featured Jason Newsted, former Metallica, on bass guitar. Original guitarist Piggy died unfortunately back in 2005. In 2009, his replacement would be Daniel Morgöth. Also, original bass player Backy would quit the band in 2004, and his replacement would be Dominic Laroche. Now, it's amazing that this band have been going for 40 years. Much love and respect to these guys. They've created their own sound, like I said, and they've influenced so many bands. So this album is a compilation of old songs re-recorded with the current lineup. So we'd have 10 songs on this album. We'd have Condemned to the Gallows, originally recorded for the Metal Massacre Volume 5. We'd also have Thrashing Rage, originally recorded for the Raw album back in 1986. Then we'd have Killing Technology, originally recorded in 1987. This is the 2023 version. We'd also have Marco Solutions to Mega Problems. This was recorded originally on Demolition Hatröss back in 1988. Pre-Ignition, originally recorded back on the Nothingface album. We'd have Nagila Fractal, originally recorded on the Angel Rat album. We'd have Fix My Heart, originally recorded on the Outer Limits. We'd have Rise, originally recorded on Phobos. We'd have Rebel Robot, originally released with Jason Newsted on the 2003 album, Voivod. We'd also have Morgöth Tales, which is a brand new song. So check this one out, Metalheads. Now, Morgöth Tales is a very strange song, but it fits really well with what Voivod's been doing in the past. It starts off pretty slow. Denis's vocals are kind of strange, so the guitar playing, as we all know, they have that unique guitar sound, but it soon picks up into a heavy song. This song also has a spaced out section, which really works well for the band. It kind of goes from a mellow song to a heavy song, to spaced out, and then it goes real technical and weird towards the end. I have to say the old songs re-recorded and remastered sound actually fantastic. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you listen to the early stuff, you're going to have the savageness. This is more clean and more crisper sounding, but it's still a Voivod. I have much love and respect for these guys. They've created their own sound. So, metalheads, this is Voivod's current album. It's called Morgöth Tales. It's a compilation of old songs remastered, re-recorded. It's a fantastic album which contains one new song called Morgöth Tales. It's released on the 21st of July 2023. I'm going to give this album 4 out of 5. Much love and respect to Voivod for creating fantastic music, their own unique style. Thanks for watching, metalheads.